Chapter 16, the nature of qualitative research. So, qualitative researchers seek to understand the broader context in which participants' experiences are embedded, which contrasts with the often context-free approach of quantitative research. So, another example, a qualitative study might explore how a student's home environment influences their learning experiences, considering factors like family support, socioeconomic status, and cultural backgrounds. When we're talking about exploring subjectivity, qualitative research values participants' perspectives and aims to understand how they interpret their own experiences. So, an example in counseling research may be exploring how clients perceive and make meaning of their therapy sessions can provide insights that quantitative measures might overlook. It's also very process oriented. So, qualitative research often focuses on understanding processes, such as how change occurs over time. An example, a researcher might study how a student's engagement with learning evolves over the course of a school year, capturing the dynamics of motivation and interest. Qualitative research is looking at through flexibility and adaptability. So it aligns and allows for adjustments to research design as new insights emerge. So, an example, a study initially focused on stress management might shift its emphasis to resilience if that theme emerges strongly from participant interviews. There are rich descriptions. So, researchers aim to provide detailed descriptions that offer a deep understanding of the research subject. An example, a qualitative study might provide a rich narrative of how a particular teaching strategy is implemented in a classroom, including teacher student interactions, challenges, and outcomes. So, there's various methods used to collect data in qualitative research, and you want to choose the method that best suits the research question and context. Here's another example. A counselor might conduct in depth interviews with clients to explore their experience of a specific therapeutic technique. These interviews would be audio recorded and transcribed for detailed analysis. Another example, in an educational setting, a researcher might use classroom observations to study student interactions during collaborative learning activities, and these observations would be documented through field notes and could be supplemented with audio or video recordings. So iteration, um, this entire process is very iterative, and it's where data collection, interpretation, and theory building often overlap and inform each other. So an example, a researcher begins with the question, how do teachers adapt their teaching methods in response to diverse classroom needs? The researcher then selects several schools with diverse student populations. In step three, data is collected through classroom observations and teacher interviews. In step four, the researcher identifies themes related to adaptation strategies. In step five, based on these findings, the researcher refines the question to focus on specific strategies, leading to further data collection. And in step six, the final findings are written up, highlighting key adaptation methods and their impact on student engagement. So, an example from counseling, step one, start with a broad question like, what are the experiences of clients undergoing cognitive behavioral therapy? Step two, select clients from different therapy centers who've undergone CBT. Step three, collect data through in depth interviews. Step four, analyze the data to uncover common themes such as coping mechanisms. Step five, refine the research questions to explore specific coping strategies further, possibly leading to additional interviews. And step six, writing up the findings to discuss how CBT influences clients' coping strategies and overall well being. So, like I said, the qualitative data is uh, iterative. so it's being constantly interpreted and reinterpreted. So, an example in counseling and a study on grief, the researcher might code interview transcripts for recurring themes like loss, coping, and memory, and then analyze how these themes interconnect to form a broader understanding of the grieving process. So, again, ethics is always central, and in this case, in qualitative research, especially important given how personal and sensitive it can be. So, in research involving trauma survivors, for example, ensuring confidentiality and handling sensitive topics with empathy is crucial to avoiding re-traumatization. Qualitative research is applied in various fields, and its role is gaining deep insights into complex issues. So, an example, qualitative research can be used to explore how different cultural backgrounds affect students' learning experiences, offering educators insights that can inform more inclusive teaching practices. So my final thoughts, qualitative research is valuable in areas where understanding context, meaning, and experience is crucial. So in our domains of both counseling and education, qualitative research allows professionals to see beyond the numbers and understand the lived experiences of individuals, leading to more effective and compassionate practices.